Alright, this is another one of our training videos. This time we're looking at glute ham raise training. It's not all that common to see a glute ham raise bench in a gym, however they are very, very good for athletes. So today we're just going to take you through a few different variations. This first one is just a basic glute ham. So you notice nice and controlled on the way down, and pulling fairly explosively with the glutes and hamstrings on the way back up, and the lower back is working pretty hard to support the body. This is demonstrating pretty good form. You'll see as we go through some of the harder variations that becomes a little bit more difficult to maintain that optimal alignment. So now we're just adding a light resistance band so that as we get closer to vertical, we've still got some progressive resistance in the hamstrings, the calves and the glutes have got to work that little bit harder. And you'll see as I get towards the sort of second and third rep here, instead of being a perfectly straight line between my shoulders, my hips and my knees, that I start to push my butt back a little bit on the way up. And this is just an indication that the exercise is getting a bit harder and that perhaps my spinal erectors aren't quite as strong as they need to be. So a third variation here is a decline. So I've propped up the back of the glute ham raise. This one I actually got from Elite FTS, so we've got some really great powerlifting and strongman training info. And this is just another variation and another way to make the exercise harder. So again, you see I'm struggling to maintain that optimal alignment, but I'm also getting a much harder workout through the glutes and hamstrings. That last one was a little bit messy. This one, single leg negative. You see I've got one foot in the rollers and I'm trying to control myself on the way down as much as possible. Not too worried about the way back up, using the free leg just for balance and for spotting. So in this case I've got it underneath the rollers and I'm pulling slightly, just enough to sort of counterbalance. So again, getting pretty messy, but this is what happens when you get into some of these more advanced variations of the glute ham raise. You've got to spend a bit of time working up to it. So again on the other side, trying to control it on the way down, working that eccentric. And pulling as hard as you can with the working leg, just providing enough resistance or assistance with the free leg to try and come back up again. So that's just a few variations of glute ham raise training. The next video that we're going to chuck up here is going to be on abdominal training on a glute ham raise.